What's going down? Welcome back. It's your boy Dre. Another reaction video brought to you by F.T.S Network. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe for all of the crazy stuff that we do. Reactions, sports stuff, the podcast, all kinds of stuff. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a whole thing. You know what I'm saying? All brought to you by myself. So, pull up and function with your boy. You feel me? This video, I seen it. It popped up on my YouTube. I watched it. I was like, yo, this is kind of some real shit. I fuck with Nipsey, obviously. I feel like, that's my if you a black male if you black period between 15 and 40, you mess with Nip. So but I don't I'm weird about Nipsey content because I don't really like to watch people try and like get big off somebody else, especially once they died. I think that's kind of lame. So I can be kind of averse to watching stuff about that. So this happened to pop up. I went ahead and watched it through. So I was like, whatever, let's do a reaction video about it because why not? So let's do it.
Well, 2010, Nipsey leaves Epic Records. Do you know why he left?
I think more or less, it was a lot of baggage. He wanted to leave. He always told me he didn't want the homies to be able to control his career. He wanted to do what he wanted to do. He wanted the homies as homies, but his business is business. You know what I mean? He don't want to, if Nip say, I want to do a show, he don't want a homie that's in control and management say, no, you can't do the show. You know what I mean? He wanted to be in control. If I say it's a go, it's a go. You know what I mean? He didn't want nobody to have control over that part. You know what I mean? The homies was homies, but when it came down to if he could go here or if he should be able to do this song, he didn't want like a manager or somebody over him that could dictate what he wanted to do.
Got it. And then after he left, he founded All Money.
That's smart as fuck. That's like straight up just off the rip. One of the things I think that all of us love so much about Nip is that everything that he does is so calculated and it all makes so much sense. And when you see how much love he ended up having for like the homies in the hood, like in the long run, you see it was never on the like, I'm not messing with y'all. It was just, these are two things that need to be separate entities in my life. And I need to like take control of this in a different way. I'm trying to do this on some function with my homies instead of just doing what's best for me. And from experience, I can say that sometimes you'll want to do something with somebody because they're your homie, but they're not driven to do it in the same way that you are. So really, it's holding you back from what you ultimately want to be doing. So I don't know if that's all part of it or whatever, but like that's smart.
Money in. And you're not part of that, right?
No. Well, I'm all money in, but I'm not. Is a lot of all money in is all money in. That's what we all pushing, all
right.
money in.
But the actual company, the label itself.
Oh yeah, no parts whatsoever.
So he started All Money In, and he put out the Marathon.
So China's daddy really gave the name All Money In. His baby mama's daddy came up with the name All Money In after, because he was Slauson Boys with Big U. Then after that, they came up with the All Money In.
Right. And the Marathon, I feel like, at that point, that was like his biggest project. Is that fair?
Yeah. So, really, you got to realize, so he was dealing with Big U and them Slauson Boys and all that stuff. So we were on that corner making money, and then Steve LaBelle and them did their thing, everything broke down. So around that time when everything started breaking down, that's when his brother came in full throttle. That's when Sam comes in, and then everything is, organized and let's do it like this. And that's the All Money In come in, and he recruits all his little, all giving away the chains and giving it and putting together his crew of his homies that he was building the All Money In.
Okay, so that's kind of dope because what it sounds like to me is that whatever he was doing in the beginning, he was kind of like they little homie. And he's like, all right, that's cool, but I'm not really nobody's little homie. So I'm about to go get this shit popping with my brother. We about to put on who we want to put on. We about to move how we want to move. We about to have the business decisions that we want to have. And we just going to like take all the fruits from that and then reinvest that back into the people who we mess with. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is a dope, you know what I'm saying, little thing. I'm always going, I don't have no issues with Nipsey. They better not, Nipsey shit. They have to tell me that Nipsey was on some crazy shit for me to stop messing with Nipsey. Nip is goated to me.
In team with, yeah.
Yeah, and then that next year in 2011, he drops The Marathon Continues. That had YG and Dom Kennedy on it. Another great project. But then in 2012, you started having some problems yourself. You had 6 kids?
Not in 2012, but I have 6 kids.
You have 6 kids
I do
now.
have 6 kids.
In 2012, you had how many kids?
I'm not sure at that time. Yeah, but the kids never been a problem. The drugs probably a problem. Never the kids in the family. But I think 2006.
That wasn't supposed to be as funny to me as it was, y'all. But I love when motherfuckers is super like practical about what was really going down. Like, you asked me how many kids I got. The issue wasn't that I got 6 kids. The issue was that I was on drugs. I think the drugs was probably the thing that I needed to be more concerned with, other than like the kids. Yeah, I guess because I was on drugs, I shouldn't have had those kids. But again, the drugs is still the thing. You burying the lead here, Vlad. I don't know how much I don't want to have a conversation about Vlad. Vlad is just, he's just somebody giving interviews to me. It's people who like kind of low key hate Vlad. I don't hate Vlad. Sometimes I think that I can't even say, whatever. We ain't gonna side note. We ain't gonna sidebar.
This was when I first started maybe doing drugs in 2006. You know what I mean?
Okay. And by drugs, you mean?
Crack cocaine. You know, that
Okay.
was the biggest drug I ever did. So in 06, I started playing with the little powder and shit like that. And then it evolved to like crack cocaine, going to shelters,
And that's how it be.
homeless, fighting for my kids, and the road to recovery.
Right, because the kids got taken away from your kid's mother at one point.
Yeah.
So they got put in what, CPS?
Yeah.
That must have been a rough one.
Oh, no, that was definitely a rough one. Yeah, I fought for them for 2 years to get them back. And then they wound up giving them back to her. You know,
Thank God.
she threw boiling water in my face, burned my face. Yeah.
Okay, so look, this is like, that's some crackhead shit. I ain't gonna lie, and it's weird because, you know, me, I'm quick to be like, oh, that's a crackhead, but I'm not one of them people who feel like just because you're a crackhead, you're not a human being. I'm well aware that each one of these people got individual things that A, led them to this point, B, they going through now. You know what I'm saying? They still be loving their kids. They still be wanting their family to be together. They got addiction issues. Like, it's a whole nother, there's some other shit going on with that. But then it's like also within that lifestyle of addiction, it be stuff like, you know, we got real high and was fighting and she threw boiling water on me. And that's like what I mean when I say like that crackhead shit. It's, you know, it's not derogatory. It's just kind of funny, you know? You know what I mean? But, yeah, losing your kids being in CPS, you know, everybody know how messed up foster care is. So I never even imagine being a parent who lose your kid to the system and you know you're not doing right, but you still know that your kids would be better off with you still not doing right than they are somebody who outright abusing them and don't love them, you know? It's probably got to be a little, you know, taxing mentally, to put it the least, to say it the least.
Okay. So we fast forward, you go through your drama, but you manage to get into recovery and you manage to get better. And you and Nipsey are still close this whole time. You guys never really had a falling out, did you?
Never. You know, even when I was smoking dope, I'd be walking down Slauson, Nipsey would pull up. I'd be like, man, I'm tired of this shit. He'd be like, man, get in the car. I'd take my dope, I'll stuff it in a pipe, fire it up, blow all the smoke out, throw the pipe, jump in the car. He let me sit in the studio 2 or 3 days, go get some sleep, whatever, come back to the hood, and I'm back out there selling my disc or doing. And I was like, man, you doing good. I said, you ain't gonna leave me, man. I'm gonna get it together. I'm gonna get it. Like I said, he never switched. He never judged me. He never tripped, you know.
That's some real shit right there, too. It's real, and it go to show you, like, bruh, because you gotta really mess with somebody to be like, you out here living on the streets, I'm out here living good, so you know Nip pulling up in something crazy. Seeing this man walking up the streets, probably smelling like outside from all week and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like he telling you he outside homeless, going from shelter to shelter, like smoking crack, like he out here smoked out. He talking about he see Nip. He smoke all his crack real quick before he get in the car. So now you riding with this crackhead who high as hell. That's got man, bro. That's you got to be. That's love that you showing somebody. You know what I'm saying? I know that it's all fun and jokes, but man, that's love, bro. That's love. No cap. And you see how much love it is because you see how much he like now that he on the right track and he on his recovery shit, he like still appreciate it. It's still I don't know. I thought that was dope.
I always had the money. I always had the cars. I always, my family always had the money. We always had the cars. So I always had the friends. So me doing drugs, it taught me a lot about the hood, the people. So me, when I finally lost everything, because I always had everything as a child coming up, I had the freshest bikes, the freshest this, the freshest cars, whatever. So it took me to lose all that to see who my true friends were. So I can walk through the hood and look around and look on a couple hands on my real true friends. When I was smoking drugs, I could say maybe 6 to 8 people really pulled me to the side like, hey, you need to get it together. You better than that, So.
That's dope. I had seen that little video. I wanted to do a quick little reaction to it because I thought that was dope, bro. I thought it showed some dope shit about Nipsey. I thought that it's he said something that's I feel like mad important that people be missing out on, which is that like you can be in a situation where you can be in a situation where like when you up, everybody want to be around you, and then anything something pop off when everything ain't love, when it ain't perfect, whatever, then you lose some of that. You can see, you see those same people who was there for you when you had everything, not really there, not really willing to tell you nothing, not really willing to say, not just you doing wrong. Because he said something that I thought was important. He said those people brought me aside and said you better than this type shit. I feel like that's what the people who really care about you would do when you in a situation like that. But anyway, make sure you like, subscribe, you know what I'm saying? It's all kinds of stuff on the channel, so go check it all out. Make sure you check out the podcast, you know what I'm saying? Hit the link on the bottom, Linktree, take you to everything you need to, you know what I'm saying? Peace.